Different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be brought out by the veteran in his 16th season now from Harvard, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. It's hauled in by Shepard. 17 yards and a Giant first down. So the same tandem connecting on back-to-back throws to start the game.
And maybe throwing the scouting report off just a little bit. That's not exactly what they think is going to be their #1 receiver, but he's producing already early in this game.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
And as we all know, 2018, the New York Giants used the #2 overall selection to select this running back, Saquon Barkley, and he did not disappoint. A lot of people thought they should take a quarterback, but when a guy gives you 2,028 yards from scrimmage, the most in the NFL, and not only is he Rookie of the Year, but first-team All-Pro, I think that's a wise draft choice.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, we see so many good battles in the NFC East, and Cowboys and Giants, they rarely disappoint. They didn't disappoint last year. Cowboys got the better of the Giants both times. Week 2, 20-13, and then in Week 17, a thriller, 36-35. That was a game where Dak Prescott threw 4 touchdown passes. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. We'll look now at the starting 11 on defense for Dallas. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this is caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Kill! 27! We're going to 54. You go take. You go anything.
Looking to throw. Prescott looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. First and Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And who's got it? The Giants.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for good yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Here we go. Check 9.
A toss out to Barkley. A strong running. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick finds his tight end Ingram. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
47. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Week 9 wrapping up here tonight at MetLife Stadium. Time to look ahead to Week 10. Thursday night football. We'll be heading cross-country tomorrow to get out to the Bay Area. We'll see the Chargers and the Raiders from the East Bay. The Raiders down to 4 more home games. That's it. Left in Oakland. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Fitzpatrick. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On third down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a first down throw. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games for the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott now. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
Final play of the half, Fitzpatrick looking for Shepard deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry by Elliott. He'll have another first down and more. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays had gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever they...
And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. This is Elliott. And, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Elliott. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott, flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter.
Right there.
From the 25 on second down, Fitzpatrick. Jalen Smith coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Saquon Barkley. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit. You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back. So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. Throwing on second and long. Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain of 39 on third. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side. Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Giants on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Again, it's Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. 25 yards that time.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Here we go. Come on, here we go. Run to 54. Right here. Here we go.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
He's crashed. Here we go. 47. 26.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The New York set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. And this is Shepard on the catch. A big play there for the Giants. 56 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Right there. Here we go. Line 8. Here we go. 154. Line 8. Switch it.
Throwing here. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Prescott to throw. Stepping, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fitzpatrick set to lead this offense. Down by 16, a little over 30 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a Giant 1st down on a gain of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Now a desperation throw deep, and this will be caught at the 30. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cowboys, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8, and they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I